Well, we're dealing with Mercury retrograde. That's the bad news. Have you got any good news?
I do. I thought we could use some good news because Mercury retrograde just messes with everybody.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd give us some good news. Venus, the planet of love, enters Pisces tomorrow for the first time in 14 months. And wherever Venus goes, it bestows abundance. So it'll kind of take some of the creepy edge off of the Mercury
Well, it
retrograde.
is almost Valentine's, right?
Yes, and that's I think probably the other reason it's in the sign.
Okay.
That it's in. So for Aquarians, Venus in Pisces means money falling out of the sky on them. It means unanticipated income. It's an increase where you end up with more money at the end of your month instead of the other way around, which is always a good thing.
No problem there.
Yes, everybody will be happy about that, especially after Christmas. For Pisces, Venus entering their sign brings the love back into their life for the first time in 14 months, and they are going to have to be receptive to it. If they're single and they don't have somebody, they need to look around and see if somebody in their environment is there because they're trying to get your attention. So the love is flowing for the Pisces. For Aries, not so much. For Aries, it's a time of giving more than it is of getting. They have to give a little bit more, help those less fortunate than themselves, and for a change, not all about the Aries, but about the other people that they interact with. With Taurus, it is time for them to tap their female friends and colleagues on the shoulder and say, hey, I need your help, because it's going to take a group effort to bring the Taurus, what the Taurus says that they want. And with any bit of effort, they're likely to be successful with it.
No good.
Which is a good thing for Miss Pat. For Geminis, it's in their 10th house of career and public standing. And to Geminis everywhere, I say, whatever the bosses say they want, give it to them. Don't argue with them. Don't try and reason with them. Just say, okay, I'll be happy to do that, because the powers that be are looking very closely at the Gemini's professional performance. So you want to say whatever it is, yes, sir. For Cancers, legal matters, educational matters, important matters at a distance go very, very well for Cancers. And they get an out-of-the-blue kind of favorable ruling for them. Because a lot of times Cancers get beat up by the zodiac, but not this time. This month, energies flow pretty well for the Cancers. For Leos, it's in their 8th house of other people's resources flowing their way. So they end up benefiting from other people's resources, partners' resources, the people they work with. But the money gods are clearly smiling on Leos for the next 30 days or so. And it's unearned income rather than earned through the fruits of their labor kind of thing, which is
always good.
A good thing as well. For Virgo, 7th house of partners. Virgos are the pickiest, most complaining sign in the zodiac, and they got to really give their partners a break, because their partners love them and will do anything they can to make them happy, and the Virgos need to be appreciative of that. And single Virgos need to keep their eyes peeled for somebody with a little bit of hair on their face, if they're a female, and if it's males, they want their eyes to turn up at the corners. But it's time for a new love for Virgo, which I could see how that could be a cool thing. For Libras, in their 6th house of work and responsibilities go very well for the Libras. Some kind of obstacle that had been in their way gets out of their way. And it's not necessarily a corner office and a big promotion, but it's a much better working environment for them and recognition for a job well done as well, even if there isn't a lot more money attached to it. For Scorpios, best time to be a Scorpio. Venus is in their 5th house of love affairs, children, sports, amusements, pleasures, and it's a very entertaining, very loving, fun time for Scorpios, which is a great thing. For Sagittarians, they need to straighten out something at home. They have the next 30 days to clean up something that has been nagging them at home, either fix something, but the emphasis is on making your home a more beautiful, a more stable place for you to operate out of. And then for Capricorns, the last time we're going to talk about, it's in their 3rd house of day-to-day living. So the pace of their daily living picks up to warp speed. And they get to try and modify their day-to-day living so it's easier for them to deal with. So the energy flows better for them, and they can make all their appointments and all of their things and add things to their schedule and not really disrupt it. So that's tomorrow's news today for the 12 signs of the zodiac. That's the good news, because, of course, Mercury is retrograde, which is bound to be done over again and bound to be repeated. So got to have something to offset the bad stuff, and that's what Venus is going to do.
Good. We'll keep bringing the good news, and we'll see you next week.